So I recently just switched to a 1440p monitor, 240 hertz. It's the Alienware version, and I just wanted to talk about the benefits switching from a 1080p 240 hertz BenQ monitor to, like I said, a 1440p 240 hertz monitor. And this is coming from someone that plays a bunch of FPS games, hardcore FPS shooter, giving everybody aim tips and tricks. And I just wanted to give my overall opinions on the monitor and switching over to it. Now, the first thing a lot of people are going to be wondering, Newt, how much frames am I going to be losing if I switch over? Well, that depends on your system. I, in my system, currently have a 3070 and I have a Ryzen 5900X. Also, I have a 16 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, so and nothing is overclocked or anything. I could get better RAM in my system, which I'm going to do, but nothing in my system is currently overclocked at the moment. And I lost only around 10 to 15 FPS on Call of Duty, which is the main game that I play. And this is not turning on NVIDIA DLSS or anything like that. I can get my frames back easily if I turn that on. I just decided not to because I just don't like the way that the anti-aliasing looks. Like, I don't play games with anti-aliasing on or really high anti-aliasing. I'm sorry, I just don't like the blurriness that it kind of gives. And if I turn NVIDIA DLSS on, if you're someone used to anti-aliasing and you turn that on, you're not going to see any visual quality downgrade or anything like that. It still seems perfectly fine. Also, another thing that I want to talk about is my aim style. The gameplay in the background is going to be Black Ops Cold War, and you're going to see like a lot of twitchy movement. We're going to talk about that towards the end of the video, but let's get back into switching from 1440p 240 hertz monitor. Now, this monitor, the Alienware, it's the same one that Shroud uses. I'll have the link down in the description below. It's an $800 monitor, and it is not for everybody. I'm going to say that right after that. It's not for everybody. This is a beautiful, this is the creme de la creme of monitors, and not everybody can afford this, but I wanted to talk about it, and it's an $800 monitor. That's how much it is, but it is a really good monitor. Now, my first concern when switching over to 1440p was I was playing on a 24.5 inch monitor at 1080p. It was a BenQ 240 hertz monitor. Now, switching over to a 27 inch screen, I thought that it was going to be like this huge difference, but honestly, right when I set it up and I put it back a little bit further away than what I have my BenQ to, I didn't notice any difference whatsoever. It actually was really easy to get used to. Now, when it comes to transferring my aim over from 1080p to 1440p, it was a little weird. I didn't notice too big of a difference, but since there is more real estate where I have to move my mouse more on a horizontal field, I actually upped my sensitivity. So I used to play at 1600 DPI at a 2.3 endgame in Call of Duty Cold War and in Warzone and in Modern Warfare. I actually went back to 800 DPI and switched it up to a 5 in-game sensitivity. The reason why I did that is because I like the way 800 DPI feels more on this 1440p monitor. For some reason, 1600 DPI just felt a little off, and I couldn't dial in my sensitivity like I wanted to, but 5 at 800 DPI was perfect. Now, another thing that I want to talk about was the visual quality, and oh my goodness, guys, when I say that I could see everybody on this monitor, I mean I could see everybody. Just how clear everything looks, how crisp everything looks, and I play at 120 FOV, and honestly, on this monitor, you could see everything, every little detail, every enemy that's even someone that's on a head glitch that you might have trouble seeing at a 1080p, at 1440p, they stick out like a sore thumb. And that is what I love about this monitor. It literally makes me be able to see everyone everywhere. I could see from downtown on Verdansk, I could see all the way over to farmland and people moving around. That's how clear this monitor is and how beautiful it looks. It got rid of all the blur that you could see in Warzone, and I'm gonna be coming out with a video. If you guys are already on 1440p or maybe you're on 1080p, I'm gonna be coming out with a video basically on the best graphics settings, and what I do to get the high FPS that I get, even in this game, even in Warzone, I still get like 170 to almost 200 FPS. That is absolutely amazing, and that is why I got this monitor. Another thing that I want to talk about is this aim style that I am doing when in this gameplay. You're going to see me doing a bunch of little micro flicks with my mouse, and it's always going to be micro flicks when I adjust. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because, one, some of the best aimers that you see that play arena shooters or any FPS game, their the people that aim like that, and the people that I personally look up to personally would be Rela or Baranox, or there's a couple of pro Overwatch players that aim like this, and it actually helps me out a lot when it comes to my reaction time, because I'm always ready, I'm always micro adjusting. It's a twitchy play style, and the reason why I didn't do it before on 1080p is because I was having a really hard time flicking seeing people. Not saying that you can't do it, but for 1440p it actually made it a lot easier for me to adapt and use this play style, and this is the play style that I'm going to be using from now on when I play shooters. And the reason why I am doing this twitchy movement is because it's making my eyes fresh. I'm always moving around, scanning and seeing things, so I'm never being lazy when it comes to me just playing the game, like zoning out. I'm always ready, I'm always reacting to something, and that is why I like this play style. I'll go more in depth with it, but basically I just wanted to cover the reason why I'm doing this gameplay. Switching from 1440p was absolutely worth it. Absolutely. If you guys can do it, absolutely do it. You may not be able to get this, specific monitor that I have, but if your PC can handle it, I would suggest, if you have a 30 series card, or if you have the new Ryzen processors, definitely switch to 1440p, because it is a night and day difference, and I can see a lot more people moving over to 1440p in the near future. This monitor will last you, or 1440p monitors will last you a long time, and just the clarity on them, how everything looks, you just can't go back. You can't go back. So that is what I wanted to talk about in today's video. I hope you guys always have a wonderful and blessed day. Stay blessed, stay humble. Let me know down in the comment section below if you are still on 1080p or 1440p and what you guys think of it. Also, leave a rating, if you liked the video, dislike, helps the channel grow. And as always, guys, like I said, stay blessed and stay humble, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace.